Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Hello, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy Testimony Tuesday. What's going on with you in your world? I am Nichelle with 2XL with Nichelle.com. I bring you information, inspiration, and motivation to help you start, market, and grow into the CEO of you. I do that by providing you with tools, strategies, tips, and things that you can utilize in your day-to-day practice of living in your business. I'm the Startup CEO, helping you to start a profitable business from your kitchen table while you're still working your 9 to 5. I help you to identify your weaknesses so that you can develop them into strengths, taking those strengths to maximize them, to turn them into opportunities so that you can capitalize on them and profit in your gift. So today, I want to share with you a few tips that I have been utilizing and teaching about mobile marketing. Now, I am not this tech guru that knows everything about everything technological that comes out, but I try to stay abreast of it, and I try to learn as much about it as I possibly can. And I know in this new wave of business, doing business online, and I've stated plenty of times, if your business is not online, literally, you're not in business either, because majority of the people that you are going to deal with, that you're going to work with in your business, they're going to be attracted to you from your online presence. So it's so important to make certain that you have every aspect of your social media marketing in tune with you and your brand. Now, I've shared this plenty of times before, stating that a brand is more than a color, a logo, and all the other shenanigans that go along with people talking about branding. Not that it's not important. I think you do need to customize your branding as you go along, but as a startup entrepreneur, it's not necessarily important that you seek that out in the beginning. Now, as you move through your business, as I mentioned, that's something that you want to invest in, because your brand literally identifies who you are and what you do. You know, I know in regards to my branding is pretty much loud. I love yellow, so you'll see that transpire throughout a lot of things that I do, yellow and blacks and whites, and then I even throw a little red in there for that crimson effect every now and then. But as you grow and develop, your brand becomes your personality. You are your brand. Your business is your brand. And so if you're identifying with your business, people will be able to identify with your brand through you. So stay abreast of what you are putting out there. And it really starts, as I mentioned, from analyzing your social media platform to see what is literally going on. And I'm talking about everything from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and all of the above. And those are just the main facets of social media that people can literally find you. And Tumblr, stumble upon, Reddit, all those things. There is literally Medium, so many resources and tools out there that you can not only find your audience, but people can find you as well. So I want to give you several tips that I know that will help you leverage your business for mobile marketing. And the fact is that everybody has a phone. Majority of the people have a smartphone, especially people who are in tune with wanting to learn, wanting to start a business, grow a business, or even learn more about your business. Most people have smartphones. So the more your business is adaptable to technology, the more you will be advanced and be able to grow. So 3 tips that I want to share with you in relation to mobile marketing is, number 1, you want to make sure that your website is mobile friendly. I know I'm working with a couple of people right now, and I just literally put their website in my phone, and it came back all ostracized and all kind of different shapes and colors and formats, and it wouldn't allow me to click on buttons that they had on there. So it's so key and so important that you test out your system before you share it with other people. And I know I was guilty of that as well when I had another platform, and I would put it into, I would, put my website in there, to excel with Nichelle.com, as well as NichelleWomack.com, and it was just unformatted. So that was one thing that I literally paid attention to, that I wanted to get corrected. And the more that you pay attention to the things that are going on in your particular business, the more you will find out that there is literally a lot that you can do to improve your business and your site. If you are just tuning in, I am Nichelle with 2excelwithnichelle.com. I am a business and life strategist. I am certified in both areas, and I bring to you information from a business background. I've been in business myself for 25 years, and I am a dissertation away from a PhD. So with that being said, I started my business in a brick and mortar. I started not online. I started from referral systems. And when I started my business 25 years ago, it wasn't no talking about no mobile. We had beepers. Yes, Lord, we had beepers. And so it was literally this new stuff that we got coming now. Technology, I don't care how old you are, you need to know some type of technology. And mobile marketing is really, really interesting. It's really inspiring me to really refocus my business and try to do some different things. Awareness comes from people are on their phone all the time. I was in a doctor's office today working with a client, and I'm looking around while people were sitting there waiting for their name to be called. Everybody was on their phone, even the 70, 80-year-old senior citizens on their phone. And so the more in tune you are with your social presence, your mobile marketing campaigns, you will see that they will benefit you long term. Now, if you're putting some information up there, I cannot see you for some reason. I don't know why it's not allowing me to see your messages, but I cannot see it. So please do not think that I am ignoring you, but I greatly appreciate your taps and your love and sharing with the information. So DM me, send me a message if you got a specific question. On Instagram, I'm at Nichelle Womack. I'm also on Twitter at Nichelle Womack, and on Facebook at The Life Transition Strategist. So when you're talking about mobile friendly, again, as I mentioned, you want to be able to pull your website up on your phone so that you have some idea of how it looks before you share that information with someone else. Just let me give you some statistics here. Mobile usage now represents about 65% of all digital media. Mobile usage represents about 65% of all digital media. That's huge, 65%. It used to be you had to have your laptop present everywhere you go. When I'm getting orders signed, contracts signed, most of it is done on my phone through the DocuSign app. I just have my clients, if it's real estate, sign the contract through DocuSign. If it's for a business event or something along those lines, consultation, everything is done through my phone, through my iPad, or, just making it easy for the client because I know that they're going to have those tools present. And as of 2016, this data was pulled, and it says this mobile traffic makes up about 56% of the internet traffic leading to U.S. websites. So even around the world, remember I always talk to you about global business mindset aspect. You got to know that people around the world, they're clicking links. In fact, when I go into my back office and I look at some of my business platforms and websites that I have, and I look for some of the traffic that is coming through, because I literally pay attention to that, and you should too, as a business owner. I see different countries, London, United Kingdom. I've even seen France come through every now and then, Switzerland, some of those different areas that people are really interested in what's going on in business in the United States. So again, the more visible, the more present you are in your mobile marketing campaign, the more attraction you will get. 56% of internet traffic is leading to U.S. websites. And it also states that by 2019, mobile advertising will represent about 72% of U.S. digital spending, ad spending. I don't know if you're familiar with, I think this is the next one that I have. How you can utilize mobile marketing is through keeping informed with your clients is text marketing. I remember when I started with one organization, I was utilizing text marketing in my business. When I first started with that company about think it's been about maybe 6 years ago now. And they were probably one of the first ones to launch text marketing. And it wasn't really a big thing. In fact, it was very expensive to get at that time. The company was offering it for like $100 for like 10 keywords. And it was very expensive. It was very difficult to sell. In fact, I started co-marketing within my consulting company, and it was very, very difficult to sell. But now you can literally, I know I have a text marketing program services that it encumbers a lot in it, and it's about $50 a month. And there are some that are cheaper, but it just really depends on what you get. And I like the whole marketing package that I'm able to get with mine. But you can get text marketing for free in some instances. It's only going to give you a few keywords, all the way down to, I think I've seen the cheapest about $14. But that's something really good to integrate into your business in 2018, because again, people always have their cell phones with them. People are readily and accessible to see a text message when it comes through, and you can do so many amazing things with text marketing. So that is another tip, and it really states about 2019. As I mentioned, mobile marketing is going to be about 72% of U.S. digital ad spending. And I do see right now, maybe you have been affected by this as well. Sometimes I get advertisement through text messaging that I haven't even signed up for. So we know that in certain places they're able to sell your number to companies so that they can do advertising through that. Most people are on their phones, and so it's really a great stream of income for that company that does that. Also, in response, 68% of businesses now have a mobile marketing strategy. So that's really up from what it was last year or in 2016. About 68% of businesses have some type of mobile strategy, which is a good thing, because as I mentioned, the more diverse you are in your practice of business, the more you'll be able to attract people to you. Google states that about 61% of users probably won't return to a mobile site if they had trouble. So that, again, going back to the strategies that I was sharing with you, why it's so important to make sure your website is friendly, that when you personally enter it in your phone, that it should pop up and it should be clear, legible. It shouldn't be wider than the frame of the phone, and people should be able to go directly to the things that they need. It also states that 40% of them will go to your competitors if they're unable to pick up your website content from their mobile phone or their mobile devices like iPad or anything of that nature. So that's something to literally be aware of, because being in business, obviously you're there to make a profit. You're not there to send business to your competitor if you can help it. Sometimes they go there because you have these people who just really just float around to different people, finding different things, just trying to get the latest and greatest, the most shiniest object they can. And you want to be able to keep your customers on your platform. About 83% of consumers say a seamless experience on all their devices is very important, which I just re-emphasize that, how it's important to keep your consumers where you are and in tune and in touch with you. 57% insist that they won't recommend businesses with a poorly designed website, mobile site. So we know referring is big. Referral, I get paid for that, people referring services. So that's a really great tool and strategy that people use on a regular basis to get people to their sites. So make certain that yours is designed well and that it's easy to refer people over if necessary and when necessary. And just bottom line is just pertaining to websites, email, mobile trends are even more eye-opening and eye-catching. About 80% of consumers read their emails. Do you read your emails? About 80% of consumers read their emails on a mobile device, and a shocking 70% say that they delete emails immediately if they don't look good on a mobile device. So that is even more clarity how important it is for mobile marketing to be effectively used in your business practice so that you can get the best bang for your buck, so that you can keep your customers into and on your content and make sure that they're engaged with your website and the information that you send via email and mobile marketing. The next and last third tip that I want to share with you is that I just shared this a little earlier too, about how important it is to keep statistics of what your business is doing. If I'm set up with Squarespace on my website, so when I am going to my website, it offers a little back door where you can see your analytics. And I think WordPress does that too, because I have WordPress as well for one of my websites. And on the back, you can see literally where everybody is checking in from, if it's from a mobile website, if it's from, if it's from a mobile phone, if it's from a laptop, or anything of that nature. It tells you that. And so you literally can gain statistics like immediately with your website to see where people are coming from. And based upon that information, it should help you to utilize some skills and some tactics to know that in your mobile marketing campaign, the more in tune and more adapt you are to change and in addressing the issues as it associates with your account. So those are some tips that I wanted to share this evening with you. And as a business strategist in working with different business clients, that's one thing that I'm looking at doing more with them, being able to address those things that people won't necessarily tell you. A lot of times your customers will not tell you if your things are not visually appealing, if it's not interesting to them. A lot of times they will not tell you that. They would you'll eventually see it later on by the low response rate or production rate that is that you get. So and another thing that I've been working with, I just got this client today, and we were talking about Instagram, and she was speaking of how she's getting little to no engagement with it within her Instagram platform, and I pretty much get a really great deal of engagement from the images or information that I post. You can check me out at Nichelle Womack on Instagram. And then I get tons of DMs on a regular basis too, with people even, wanting to start coaching services or life coaching, somewhere along those lines. But the last thing that I did today with this new client, I kind of went through her Instagram page and her Twitter. And we're going to be working with Facebook in the next couple of weeks here, but just to see the what's being posted. I mean, consistency is so important in business. And I think in 25 years of business, I literally have been consistent more so, in each area I'm growing, but consistency in my real estate business, because that's the second business that I started. First one in college. Real estate was the first real business where I had a brick and mortar that I literally could say that I was literally in business, because that was the point where I kind of knew what I was doing 25 years ago. And right now, I don't necessarily consider myself an expert, but I'm very, 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 very good in closing the deal, getting that negotiation going on, and getting you into a home, an investment property, or selling your home. So I've grown since that time, 25 years ago. But even within my consulting company, I've had that open for quite some time. Right about, I think I'm going on, 12, I do 40, 50, 60, about 8 years with my consulting company that I've had, either about 7 to 8 years. And even dealing with that, working with small business owners and helping them to grow their business, because believe it or not, a lot of brick and mortar companies, they're not really in tune to what's going online. Majority of the people that you see successful online, they don't necessarily have a brick and mortar, or may not have never had one. But when coming from a brick and mortar, being a brick and mortar person that has that business, owning a store and a retail store, and then businesses within brick and mortar, when I'm talking to other business owners that brick and mortar, they have no idea what's going on online. A lot of them don't have social media pages. Now they're starting to get into it, but they don't know how to operate it. They don't know how to bring in customers through their social media sites and things of that nature. And I'm not an expert, but I literally have brought business in, especially last year, working into this year, doing the same thing. But I do know that you need to stay engaged with it, because it is the now, it is the future. And that's where I was going back to my message of mobile marketing and stressing how important it is that you stay in tune with it. So, but that is my message today. I typically come on Monday through Thursday between the hours of 8 and 10 p.m. to share information regarding life, business, and relationships, to help you up level in your life, to help you strategize a plan, formulate a plan so that you can profit in your life and in your business. I have, as I mentioned, been in business 25 years, life and business strategist, certified in those areas with the education to help me to be able to help you, what I've learned in the classroom, what I've learned in day-to-day experience, to help you formulate a plan so that you can go out there and be successful too. So again, I'm Nichelle Womack. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will not be leaving this up for quite some time, just probably till tomorrow. And so if you get some nuggets out of it, congratulations. I greatly appreciate you being here, tapping that screen and sharing the love. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, as long as life doesn't happen. Sometimes life happens. I got on late yesterday, about 10 o'clock, and shared a message that that was brought to me throughout the day, and I thought I'd share it about evolving and involving. So go check that out if you missed it yesterday. And that's about it. Thank you so much again. I'm Nichelle with 2Excel with Nichelle.com. You can check me out on Instagram and on Twitter at Nichelle Womack, and I'm also on Facebook at the Life Transition Strategist. I look forward to helping push you out of your comfort zone into the gifts that God has in store for you. I also have a podcast. You can go to the People Connect podcast to learn more about business, life, and relationships. All right. Blessings and peace unto you, and may everything you touch, may it turn to gold. Thanks for coming in. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.